Greetings, soldier, and welcome back. I'm your host, House, and you're watching Gettysburg, Scourge of War Let's Play. And today, we're going to be starting our second tutorial in this game. Today, we're going to learn Brigade Combat. Brigade Combat, for this lesson, will teach us the basics of commanding an infantry brigade in combat. We will learn the correct formations for moving and for fighting. We will study terrain for good offensive and defensive positions, and learn the basics of brigade combat tactics. We will fight several battles against increasingly larger units, culminating in a full division scale battle. So with our mission given to us, let us go ahead and proceed. We will be taking command of an old familiar face from our last tutorial, or tutorial 1. General Lysander Cutler. General Cutler, you are guarding the flank until the rest of the corps comes up. Hold your position as long as possible. Rebel attacks can be expected soon. By command of Brigadier General James S. Wadsworth, Major Manili, ADC, Adjutant. This is the second tutorial for Scourge of War Gettysburg. It's going to teach us the basics of infantry combat at the brigade level. An infantry brigade is made up of 2 to 7 regiments. The main fighting formation for infantry is line, where your soldiers line up in 2 closely spaced ranks, where both ranks can fire. The strong point of this formation is that it places maximum fire along the face of the unit. The weakness is that it is quite sensitive to attack from either end of the line. Flank attacks are devastating. Morale is the deciding factor on how long the regiment will stay in position. When morale gets too low, the unit will start backing up and eventually rout and run away. If at all possible, keep a reserve available to take over for a regiment whose morale is getting low. That's why we would use defense in depth tactics. We'd use the double line command. So we have a couple regiments held in reserve. Learning when and how to do this is one of the arts of brigade combat. The corps is approaching from the cavalry picket on our right. It must be important news by the speed he's coming. Here's our units that we were using before. The 84th New York, the 76th New York, Brigadier General Lysander Cutler. Seems we have several couriers coming down the road here, bearing messages. 9th New York Cavalry at Herrick, near Gettysburg. 10:30 a.m., July 1st, 1863. General Cutler, a small infantry brigade coming fast through the woods to your right. Looks like 2 regiments. Separate couriers have been sent to recall the rest of the regiments in your brigade that are on picket elsewhere in the area. Lieutenant Herrick, 9th New York Cavalry. Lieutenant Herrick will be coming down the roads shortly. Get in fighting formation. Your brigade is currently in column formation. This gives maximum flexibility to quickly maneuver in any direction. The enemy will be coming down the road to your right front. Over here, guys. Move yourself and your regiments to the objective location. Place your brigade in line formation. Since the cavalry reported 2 regiments, this formation gives your brigades roughly equivalent frontage. If you got additional regiments on hand, it would be a good idea to keep them in reserve. Alright. Let's go ahead and deploy our brigades. to our right in line formation. I want my men on high ground if possible. The higher the ground, the better. So we're gonna maneuver here a little bit more. They said the enemy was located in these copse of trees over here, moving through the forest. And here they are. Using our binoculars, we can see their flag insignia. It seems to be Brigadier General James J. Archer, Archer's Brigade. He's part of Heath's division, 3rd Corps, Confederate Corps. You also see the 5th Alabama coming out of the woods. 5th Alabama, those guys are veteran troops. Their fighting spirit's pretty renowned during this war. It's going to be hard to push them back. General Lysander, have your men move at double quick. Have them move left flank several yards. See how we can use left flank to quickly move a unit to its left or its right. We'll be doing the same here with the 76th New York Regiment. I want them to get the defensive bonus for this train if possible. Now if you notice, our commander, General Lysander here, halt. Adjust our positions. We can use the flank orders to adjust our positions. Alright. So, 76 New York here is getting, they're visible to the enemy, they're getting commander bonus, a support bonus, and the unit is currently resting. The 84th New York, they're not getting commander bonus, but they are getting a defensive terrain bonus. Sheltering themselves within the rocks, etc. The 76 doesn't seem to have that favoring them right now. If you click on an enemy unit flag, you'll be able to see the distance that they can see other units. If we click on 76 New York, they can see the 13th Alabama approaching at 190 yards. The 5th Alabama can see the 5th, or the 84th New York can see the 5th Alabama at roughly 195 yards in closing. The range on our mixed caliber weapons here at 160 yards. In the Springfield, 160 yards as well. So as soon as they approach within that yardage, we will be engaging the enemy. So we're about to open up fire here. Shortly this battle is about to commence. Now, they are in unfavorable terrain, which is excellent for us. Open fire, boys! '84th New York. 318 men, bearing down upon a unit half their size on favorable ground, on the high ground. The 76th New York, they're a well-drilled militia. They'll do just fine, especially with our commander there backing them up. The 84th New York are seasoned fighting men, so they'll do just fine on their own without the assistance of our commanding general. In fact, you can see here, down here is the score. We've lost 2 men already, but we've killed or taken down several more than that against our enemy. It seems the 13th Alabama has already decided to pull away. They knew that the ground that they were facing on was not was no good. I'm going to pull up the 76th New York here, and we're going to lay it onto these Alabama boys as soon as we're in range. We're in range, so we're going to commence firing. Now if we look at the Alabama regiment, now they're taking fire from 2 regiments. Archer's going to have to tell his boys to pull back soon. You can see their spirits are beginning to waver now. They're falling back, but I'm going to order our men to push forward, advance. By doing so, as they're falling back, we will be advancing forward. So we'll constantly have them in our sights. It's a good way to continue the pressure on the enemy, especially when they're at the limit of the range for your units, for our units. Seems we have a courier coming to bear us a message. General Cutler, the 95th New York has arrived. Where do you want the regiment to go in? Colonel Biddle. Colonel Biddle, welcome just in time for some action. As you can see, we have the 5th Alabama to our front. I'm going to give you orders to go ahead and secure the road down further. We're going to have need to move down this road soon enough. Order them to use road. Those 5th Alabama boys sure don't know when to quit. Order our men on the double quick. Get as close to the enemy as possible, and then begin shooting. At this range, casualties are going to be devastating. You can already see their men dropping. Victory, congratulations, General. The rebels are on the run. If the rebels reform, advance your regiments and drive them away. After the rebels have been defeated, move your regiments back to the road near the bridge. It's always a good idea to keep the regiments of the brigade together as much as possible. You'll also be more easily available should a courier bring you new orders. Be on the lookout yourself, as additional enemy units could appear at any time and from any direction. For your next action, you'll have at least 4 of your regiments in hand. Winning move is to have 2 regiments firing on the enemy regiment at the end of their line. One should be directly facing the enemy, and the second should be placed on the flank of the enemy regiment. Also, fences and stone walls give your units additional defensive strength. You must have the regimental flag at the fence or the wall to get the bonus. If the lower section of the central island shows a fence, right here, there's a fence in this picture behind there, your regiment is in the right place. Alright, boys. Well, that's that. Let's go ahead and command General Cutler here. It's time to move our men. I want to move farther down this road here, support this flank. General Cutler, the 147th New York Regiment is on the road to your north. Where are more Rebs? Lieutenant Colonel Miller. Okay, let's see here. I would like our men to, General Cutler, we are moving our picket post east to the Taneytown Road to take over from your regiments. Lieutenant Herrick, 9th New York Cavalry. Alright, well, I want to move our men down the road. Road column. There we go. Some of our regiments already want to start moving out that direction, but we're going to have to take command of them ourselves. That way, so they're not running all the way back to their parent unit, which is us. Where are our Pennsylvania boys? Here they are. 56 Pennsylvania. They're well on their way from their picket duty. As soon as they join up with us here. 1 second. 1st Division, McNeely. Near Gettysburg. General Cutler, now that your entire brigade is up, bring it west on the road over the bridge as soon as possible. Scouts have spotted 2 brigades of rebels by command of Brigadier General James S. Wadsworth. If you want to check correspondence that you had received before, click your general, click this button down here on orders, and then hit read messages. And then you'll have a list of all messages received. So if you want to read that last message again, Go down the bottom, there'll be the most recent messages at the bottom. Hit show message, you read again. So 2 brigades of rebels spotted on the between us and the artillery, so we need to get moving. See down here, Colonel Thomas C. Devon and the 9th New York Cavalry, 20 men. They're going to assume the picket. So we are to take their left flank over here. Quite a bit of artillery. What else do we have here? We have the 7th Wisconsin, the 19th Indiana, 465 men, 24th Michigan. So we're going to be supporting the Iron Brigade, commanded by Brigadier General Solomon Meredith. Will be on his left flank. You can see Archer over there. He's in the woods. Those boys aren't done yet. That wasn't a full-out assault. That was a probing attack. It was a delaying maneuver. I think the 5th Alabama was trying to delay us. There has to be a lot more enemy units out here somewhere. It's quiet. There's a courier from 56 Pennsylvania. He's gonna let us up. Orders, halt. Line formation. We have rebels spotted in the woods right here. Line formation. Let's get our boys up and going. General Culler of the 56 Pennsylvania has arrived. What are your orders? Orders are to meet us here now.